The Ondo State Executive Council has approved a wide range of decisions aimed at accelerating development of the state and its people at the weekly meeting presided over by Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa. Top among the approved decisions for implementation is an action plan on finding lasting and sustainable solution to the incessant ocean surge in Ayetoro community in a larger local government area of the state. The ESCO also took a significant step towards fostering economic development by approving the State Action Plan on Business Enabling Reforms Programs. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole has details on these and other decisions taken by the State Executive Council.
Following the conclusion of the State Executive Council meeting, presided over by Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, where far-reaching decisions aimed at promoting overall development of the state were taken, it was time to brief Government House correspondents on decisions reached. Seated here at the Koko Conference Hall of the Governor's Office in Akure are some members of the State Executive Council.
The Executive Council resolved as follows.
The Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mrs. Bamidele Ademola Olateji, expressed deep concern over the impact of ocean surge faced by the Ayetoro community and expressed government's commitment to finding lasting solutions to the sea-related problems.
We all know that we have problem of sea incursion in Ayetoro. Council has agreed to fund in the short term intervention to curb the sea incursion.
The Executive Council also approved the immediate assumption of office of the newly appointed Oloje of Government and the Ibini Lebu of Ujuala in Eseodo local government. 2 warrant chiefs were appointed to facilitate the selection of a new Olushupari of Shupari Akoko and a new Arugbu of Akotogbo was also approved. The Information Commissioner added that the state government took a significant step towards fostering economic development by approving the State Action Plan on Business Enabling Reforms Program.
SEBA is designed to improve the ease of doing business in those states, and those states is on track to get the funding meant for the program. Plans are also underway to light up Akure and many states using solar technology. The pilot project has been approved for immediate commencement.
On the issue of cleanliness in the state, the Commissioner for Environment, Sunday Akinwalire, highlights steps taken to rid the state capital of waste dumps, as well as plans to improve sanitation standards.
We're having a list of life right from Airport Road down to our local Futa North Gates, Federal Government Girls College, and the roads where we have illicit dump sites. We thank God Almighty that evacuation has been done in all these sites, and we hope that those kind of intervention will continue, and people for the first time will begin to see that the environment is serene, the ambience and the aesthetic beauty. All of us should begin to see the issue of environment as not just being for government intervention alone. Environment belongs to every one of us.
The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Sir Charles Titiloye, said government acknowledged pending court cases initiated by opposition parties regarding the appointment of caretaker committees for local government and local council development areas.
Council observed the need to resolve the issue amicably among all parties. More consultation had to be done with major stakeholders, the political party, the Ondo State Independent Electoral Commission.
Key followers of the policy believe that implementation of the ESCO decisions will fast-track the needed development of the state. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
The immediate past chairman of the local government areas of Ondo State have pledged their support for the present administration under the leadership of Governor Lucky. People who were at the governor's office to condole the governor and people of the state over the demise of former governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu said his impactful legacies will remain indelible. The people commended the Aiyedatiwa administration for promoting economic prosperity of the state and sustaining the legacies of the late governor. Government House correspondent Wahab Bankole again completes the story.
Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has continued to play host to eminent personalities from far and near following the passing of former Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. The latest to identify with the governor and people of the state are former council bosses in the state. Speaking on behalf of other chairmen, the former boss of Akure South local government, Mr. Gbenga Olaniyi, commended the late governor's impactful legacies, noting his achievements across all sectors. Olaniyi, who expressed admiration for the leadership quality of Governor Aiyedatiwa, declared total support for his administration.
What he promised to Ondo State in his manifesto, he was able to achieve them in all facets of life, both in the education, physical infrastructures, health-wise, in all aspects of life, even the security. We are going to miss him so much. Honestly, we sincerely appreciate your leadership since you came on board, sir. We have been watching from the distance, and we have seen your resilience, your calmness, the way you have been managing the affair of Ondo State. We are so proud of you.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa thanked the former council chairman for the visit and emphasized the significant contributions of the late former governor to the overall development of the state.
There's no doubt we in the person of the late governor of Ondo State, he was our leader, all of us, because he appointed all of you, just as he nominated me to be his deputy before I joined him on the ticket for election. But the first thing was that he nominated me, just as he appointed. We are all his appointees before you were elected. So he was our leader, a great one for that matter. And there is no way you can write the history of Ondo State that his name will not be there conspicuous because of all that he has done while he was here as governor of Ondo State.
Acknowledging the mixed emotions surrounding the loss, Governor Aiyedatiwa invited the people to be part of the burial arrangements, stressing the need to celebrate the purposeful life of the late governor.
There are so many things he did that Ondo State never experienced before, that he was the first to bring them about. At least he produced the first female secretary to the governor of Ondo State. He made Elijah to have his first deputy governor. And even in death, he made the first Elijah governor. Yes. Yeah. So there's no way I can talk about my political journey or history without referring to him.
Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Nigerians have continued to speak on the possibility of fuel pump price reduction at the wake of Nigeria's refineries. They said if adequately managed, other benefits which include creation of job opportunities as well as reduction of criminal activities in the oil sector will be achieved. Omorala Ogbeji has details.
Among the numerous benefits derived from refineries in any given country to include supplying energy, fostering self-reliance, economic prosperity, technological prowess, and national security. Now that Nigeria has decided to navigate an evolving energy landscape, harnessing the benefits of oil refineries remains a judicious strategy for sustained growth and stability. Aside all this, Nigerians say if the efforts of Nigeria government on revamping the moribund Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna refineries incessant shortage of fuel supply in the country will be a thing of the past, hence the drastic reduction in the fuel pump price across the nation. Social commentators Olatubosun Awe and Bolu Oluesho believed that the fuel pump price will reduce drastically since the landing cost of petrol in the country, which is being done in dollars that keep skyrocketing on daily basis, will be removed.
It determines the fuel actually. So if production is being done locally, definitely it will totally remove the issue of landing cost, and that to the great extent affects the price of the product positively, as it will definitely come down. And another benefit I think is that it will reduce pressure on our scarce forests.
The nation stands to gain more, because see, when we look at the strength of a country's economy, it depends on the difference between the export and the import. That is the difference. So definitely we'll be making more money by taking more. You see, the moment we start producing now, we'll be taking more. At a point, we'll be taking our refined fuel also to other countries, and we'll be getting more forex from that.
Vice Chairman, Petroleum Marketers Association in Ondo State, Idowu Adebusui, posited that if all the refineries resume work and produce optimally, it will crash the fuel pump price, while more will also be available for exporting.
Importation of PMS, AGO, all the energy will stop, and when it stop, we will start importing petroleum product to other African countries. So we'll keep generating revenue. So it's going to be 2 in 1. We are no longer losing revenue, and we will start generating revenue. So it's had a lot of a multiplier effect all over the places.
Mr. Rotimi Ogunleye is also a financial analyst. He gave some explanations as regards the expectations of Nigerians on reduction in fuel pump price at the wake of Port Harcourt refinery, saying the reduction will not be as quick as expected by the general public.
The moment you regulate a particular sector of the economy, it means you have opened up that product to market dynamics. It means what can be done now, the price people can get will now be the market price. If, for example, any company that is getting fuel here, and that is buying crude here, will buy at international market price. So by the time the entire thing is refined, by the time you are selling, you denominate it in international market price also. So if you are having a marginal, reduction in pump price of maybe 15 naira or 30 naira, the cost of taking that fuel from here to other neighboring countries may even be more than that, because you are talking of transborder business. So taking it out of Nigeria to other countries will not be that lucrative. The incentive will not be there for people to do it in a large scale. So that's why I said there is going to be marginal reduction in the prices of, pump prices of petroleum products.
They want the federal government to be intentional in safeguarding the economy. However, agitations of the general public have been on economic stability and good governance, where small and medium-scale businesses will thrive. Omoriola Ngbeji, Osrc News.
There was a reported kidnap of an unspecified number of people last night between Ikerekiti and Iju axis of Ondo State. The victims were in 2 vehicles, a Toyota Corolla and a white Highlander. They were said to have been kidnapped and taken into the bush around Iju. When contacted, the State Police Public Relations Officer Fumi Odolami, who could not confirm if it was a case of kidnap, said policemen have been deployed to cover the area.
Well, the men of the society kidnapped in the first, so they have gone out. It might be a case of kidnapping, and our men are already dead. It's because of that area. Well, the men of the society kidnapping squad has been deployed, so we are doing everything to ensure that the victims are rescued. Policemen got information that there was an abandoned vehicle, and so when you look at the vehicle, there were gunshots, there were perforated guns this thing around in the vehicle. So they kind of gone old. And that's why we have to quickly deploy anti-kidnapping, because it will be a case of suspected kidnapping. The circumstance around is why we are suspecting that it might be a case of kidnapping. And our men are already there. We've deployed men of the anti-kidnapping squad to that area just to move around to see that if at the end it's kidnapping, this victim are killed or not. So we can't start talking numbers.
She assured that the State Police Command will soon unravel what took place. Moving on to the Federal Capital Territory, where the administration there has earmarked 1.7 billion naira in the 2024 budget for the establishment of a pilot smart service school in the FCT. The FCT Minister Yeson Wike disclosed in Abuja at an event organized to celebrate the accomplishment of public school students in FCT in academics and sports. Wike, who was represented by the Mandate Secretary, Education Secretariat, FCTA, Dr. Danlami said that the move was to align with global trends in digital teaching and learning. He explained that the smart school, which would be located in Karachi, a community under the Abuja Municipal Area Council, will be equipped with boarding and digital facilities for e-teaching and learning. He explained that the 1.7 billion naira was part of the 13.1 billion naira approved for the renovation, rehabilitation, and construction of new schools in the FCT in 2024. The minister said that the project, if successful, will be expanded to other schools within the territory to improve the quality of teaching and learning. The Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Gbetokun, has presented 2.08 billion naira checks to families of police officers. Yes, presented to 285 beneficiaries at the force headquarters in Abuja. And Gbetokun noted that no amount of money could equate the lives of the deceased cops. That money is a group life assurance and IGP family welfare scheme package. And appreciated the stewardship of President Bola Tinubu for his administration's commitment towards the well-being of police officers and urged the ventures to make use of money. Security operatives of the money in question. Data from the Central Bank of Nigeria have shown foreign airlines repatriated 795.48 billion naira from Nigeria in 6 months. The Apex Bank's balance of payments compilation revealed that as we drew $1.7 billion converted to naira at 451 naira per dollar, 451 and in the first and second quarters of 2023. The amount of debit side of the balance of payment includes how much was spent on tickets by passengers. Asian Carol, the writer taking millions of dollars from Donald Trump for defamation, forcefully rejected suggestions that her reputation has been enhanced in the years since she publicly accused the former president of rape. Carol acknowledged at her civil damages trial that she had received more attention from media outlets and celebrities since publicizing her rape in June 2019, but said she has also been widely disparaged. Adere Kolawole has more.
Eugene Carroll, the writer seeking millions of dollars from Donald Trump for defamation, rejected suggestions in her testimony that reputation has been enhanced since she accused the former U.S. president of rape. Under questioning from Trump lawyers in a Manhattan courtroom, Carroll acknowledged receiving more attention from media and celebrities since publicizing a rape claim in June 2019, but said she's also been widely disparaged. I am more well known and I'm hated by lots more people, she said. Carroll is seeking at least $10 million from Trump for two statements he made as a president. in which he denied assaulting her in the mid-1990s in a department store dressing room and said she made up the claim to promote her memoir. Trump's lawyers Alina Uber argued that the writers have leveraged her claim into new fund, fame as an advocate for women. U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan has already ruled that Trump sexually abused Carol by forcing his fingers into her vagina and that he defamed her in June 2019. The 9-person jury need to decide only how much should pay Carol in damages. Following Carol's testimony, a damages expert told juries on her behalf it would cost from $7.3 million to $12.1 million to repair damage that Trump deniers did to Carol's reputation. Trump had also been in the courtroom on Tuesday and Wednesday, but was not there on Thursday, so he could attend his mother-in-law's funeral in Florida. The judge threatened to kick him out of court on Wednesday after he was overheard criticizing Carol's testimony. He could testify next week. Adirunke Kolaole, Osrc News.
The United States has carried out a fourth round of strikes in Iranian Houthis in Yemen. Some 14 Houthi missiles, which the U.S. says may have been intended for attacks on shipping in the Red Sea, were targeted by American forces. Adirunke Kolawole has more. Hope to bring you that report in the course of the bulletin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to India has triggered an unexpected row that severed ties with neighboring Maldives. It's also set up a surge in tourist interest in the small island chain that was worried ecological experts and many locals. Mr. Modi had announced a slew of development projects and joined its beaches. 3 Maldivian deputy ministers made derogatory comments about him, sparking outrage on India's social media and prompting many to highlight Lakshadweep as an alternative tourist destination. A shipment of medical supplies and other aid for Israeli captives and Palestinian civilians has entered the Gaza Strip as part of an agreement mediated by Qatar and France between Israel and Hamas. The aid delivery is the first deal agreed to by Israel and the Palestinian group and marks some progress since a short-lived truce ended on December 1. The humanitarian aid trucks allowed into southern Gaza are not enough to meet people's desperate needs. Islamabad says it targeted hideouts of armed groups in Iran in a series of attacks a day after Iran struck Pakistan. Pakistan has hit Iran with what it described as highly coordinated military strikes a little more than 24 hours after Iranian airstrikes in Balochistan, further raising tensions between the neighbors and sparking fears of a border conflict. According to a statement from its Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Pakistan conducted what it called an intelligence-based operation against hideouts of armed groups in the Sistan Balochistan provinces of Iran. To sports now, the Ondo State representatives have emerged winners of the Basic Education School Sports Best competition for primary schools in Nigeria's southwest. The youngsters exhibited remarkable youthful talents to edge out their counterparts from Ogun, Osun, Lagos, Oyo, and host Ekiti in a 5-day event. Akintide Akishimola, who was in Ado Ekiti, has the detail.
Among others, irrespective of
the maiden edition of Basic Education School Sports Best Competition for the 6 Southwest states ended in a night of joy for representatives of Ondo, who won 6 gold, 5 silver, and 3 bronze medals. In conjunction with Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC, the best primary school pupils from the states, in conjunction with the Universal Basic Education Commission UBEC, the best public school pupils from the states: soccer, athletics, chess, Scrabble, table tennis, and Ayo Olokmo. Abiodun Oyebanji, who commended the young for displaying of talent, noted that sports is important, interesting in their own personality. Represented by the chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Professor Femi Akinwumi, he explained the importance of the competition for future successes and to keep the children's body healthy.
The relevance of this program is to keep our children's body healthy because the healthy mind decides with the healthy body in order to make a person sound. On the other hand, we can neither have a strong mind nor a strong body. So sport is an important factor in the basic education curriculum.
It is Subeh Permanent Secretary, Dr. Afolabi Adebiyi, who represented the chairman of the board, urged parents to always release their wards to participate in sport for their overall well-being.
I'm sure that the program has enormous increase the physical and mental ability of this space. Besides, I wish to reiterate that sports honor respect in the society, including basic education.
Team Ondo, represented by 35 pupils from public schools across the state, opened the floodgate of medals in sprints, 400 meters, and high jump. The youngsters consolidated with more medals in chess, Scrabble, table tennis, and 4x100 meters. Sports desk officer of Ondo Subeb, Folake Olagunjoye, and some of the winners expressed delight to compete and win medals for their state.
This will help in showcasing the talent of these young ones. Sport at the is where this will showcase their talents. So many of them have that talent, and if they don't have the opportunity of showcasing it, the talent will just die with them. So they have the opportunity, the government gave them the opportunity to showcase their talents.
To chess play. I don't stay here too. I hate where. And
when I go to Abuja, I want to win the gold medal to become the national champion.
The victorious Ondo State team were followed on the medal table by Ogun, who finished second with 5 gold, 4 silver, and 6 bronze. Osun State added the soccer gold on the final day to place third with 4 gold, 3 silver, and 4 bronze medals. Akintunde Akinshemola for Osrc News.
Congratulations to our young talents there. And that does it on World at Noon. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.